Do you find yourself wanting certain things in life, yet struggling to follow through on what is required to obtain them? Do you find yourself constantly searching for shortcuts rather than committing to the journey before you? Do you crave the glory but dread the pain, sacrifice, and discipline that often precedes it? If a magic wand existed that could instantly give you wealth, success, influence, freedom, or achievement, would you choose it over the process of earning it? Or would you choose a magic wand over the process of earning it? If these questions resonate with you, then today's topic, diligence, is for you. This is saying welcome to everyone. Thank you very much for those that are saying welcome. Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you for Adelchi, Abraham. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, everyone. Both those on TikTok. To everyone on TikTok, I think it's over 50,000 on TikTok now. I'm not sure. On YouTube, over 1,000 plus. One on Facebook, I think it should be about 20,000. I'm not sure. Instagram, over 10,000. We do this every Sunday, UK time, 7 p.m. This saying thank you. Sorry, we're far behind today. Hope we can make the episode. Thank you very much, David. And welcome to each and every one of you. A big shout out. Before we dive in, please share this stream. So there's a way to share this stream so other people can be a part of it. So share this stream so more people can be a part of it. And if you don't follow this page already, please follow this page. Thank you, Abraham and David. Follow this page. Follow this page. Yes, follow this page, guys, if you want to hear more about it, so you never miss out on the few sessions, the next sessions we have, and turn on your notification buttons. So let's try and get us up to 5,000 likes. Let's try and get us to 5,000 likes so that the algorithm, what's it called? It would recommend this channel to more people. Okay, let's try and get us up to 5,000 likes. All right. So that's by tapping on the screen or by doing whatever needs to be done. Okay. All right. Please, my free ebook is online. So check on my bio, scroll up, you'll find a link. My free ebook is there and my paid ebook is there. So just check them out. Free ebook is titled Roadmap to Financial Freedom. The paid one is titled Idea to Shortlet Business. So if you want us to have a conversation about a business or something personal, send me a DM and we can talk about it. But that's for 10 minutes only. If you want to join our community, there's a QR code on the flyer that brought you here. Scan that, it will take you you scan that and it will link you to my channel, and from there you can find ways to join us, or you can send a DM and we can add you. So I'm still writing my book. It's called The Migration Mirage: Why Nations Lose Tomorrow and Lineages Fade. Soon there'll be a website, a waiting list for you to join and to be those waiting for it. Thank you very much, Uba. Yeah, so remember that this channel is sponsored by not the hair you love anymore. It's sponsored by the things you love. The things you love. So if you tap hashtag the things you love, you would see products come up. The things you love. And it's also sponsored by D610 Homes. It's sponsored by Love Family Podcast. So check them all out. It will do you good. The whole idea of why I do this every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time, is to stir up a dissatisfaction in your spirit, man, to awaken the possibilities that exist in you and to make you get the most out of life. The whole idea also is because the Bible in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 7, it makes us understand that it says, I've seen servants on horses while princes walk on the ground like servants. So that is to say that the places that we ought to be, we're not yet there. God has a plan for us. We ought to be at the right place at the right time. I'm not a guru, so me sitting down here doesn't mean that I'm a guru. I'm only here to teach the little things that God has done in my life. The things that I wish I knew 5 years ago, things I wish I knew 10 years ago, things I wish I knew 15 years ago. Those are the things that I'm here to share. And by sharing it, I hope that we all learn a thing or two. And by sharing it, I hope we all learn a thing or two. And sorry, I'm just sort something out. That's good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. By sharing the things that I've learned, I hope that learn a thing or two. I'm here to provide guidance that I desperately needed, couldn't get years back. So that is the little. I'm not here waiting to be perfect. No. As I'm talking to you guys, I'm also talking to myself. All right. So let's get into it. Last week we talked about turning hot into fuel. So let's say someone hurts you, instead of dwelling on that anger or that hurt, how you can turn that into fuel. That's what we discussed about last week. But today we're going to be talking about how to be diligent in whatever it is that you do. Diligence, the price most people refuse to pay. Diligence, that is, a lot of people don't want to pay that price. They refuse to pay that price, and that's one thing most people refuse to pay. So we live in a generation obsessed with outcomes but allergic to process. They're obsessed with outcomes but are allergic to process. Everyone wants the harvest, but few want to plant. Few want planting. Few don't want to water. Few don't want waiting. They just want to arrive. Everyone wants the success story, but few want the struggle behind the story. Everyone wants the trophy, but few respect the training that takes people there. So and one of the reasons why we have this is social media impact. Social media has created a dangerous illusion. We see people's victory, but not their sacrifices. We don't ask questions. How do you get to where you are? You see people's victories. You see people's lifestyle, but you're not interested in their labor, what they did to get to where they are. You see the reward, but not the years of preparation. As a result, many people have become impatient with their own journey and frustrated with their own progress. And that thing is speed, the culture of speed. We have become accustomed to getting things done instantly. So there's a fast food, you come and the food is ready. And there's instant messaging, WhatsApp, name it all, WeChat, Facebook Messenger. There's next day deliveries. You can get something delivered to you next day. But unfortunately, many now expect instant wealth, instant success, and instant transformation. But life does not operate at the speed of technology. The most valuable thing in life still require time. The next thing is the appearance trap. Many people today are more focused on looking successful than becoming successful, more focused on visibility than value, more focused on attention than achievement. But appearance may attract people for a moment. Only substance sustains that success. Only substance sustains success. So we also have a trend of what? Shortcut mentality. We are surrounded by messages promising success without sacrifice. That's why you go across different parts of Nigeria and you see betting houses. Betting houses. What are they promising? Get rich quick scheme. That's why Ponzi schemes thrive. They're also promising easy money, instant results. You get something today and quick, you get it. You get 6 packs in 2 weeks and things like that. Many have become attracted to rewards without responsibility. Outcome without effort. The problem isn't the shortcuts, but cut short the very growth needed to sustain success. The next thing I want us to have a conversation before we go on is that perhaps the greatest challenge is that many people have stopped thinking beyond themselves. This is all a challenge. They are more focused on what do I get today. That's all they're interested in, rather than what am I building for tomorrow. As an individual, like I said to you, I'm not here to teach on top of my head. I've worked with young people. That's when I say young people, I mean teenagers. I work with teenagers. Next year, I'll make it 20 years. That means this year, 19. Because of the hunger, because of the passion that I have to see young people become better than I was when I was growing. So people don't think about others. People don't think about legacy. People don't think about impact. They're just thinking about themselves, about what I get today, and that's it. By the precious grace of God, I've been, me personally as an individual, together with a group of other people, some have dropped off by the way, we have been able to inspire our community. That's my community, is my village where I come from, the southeast of Nigeria, since the late 90s and early 2000s. I remember every pocket money my dad gave me, I'll use it to do one thing or the other for my community, either making a basketball court or basketball rim or one thing or the other, gradually to where we are today, that we're even inspiring another generation of people to do the same thing. All right. So great families, great businesses, great communities, and great nations are built by people who think beyond their own life. Supposedly to you as a great person, they did things that were beyond themselves. They looked beyond themselves. All right. So the real issue is not lack of talent, it's not lack of opportunity, it's not lack of information. The real issue is that many people want the real success, the reward of success, while avoiding the process that produces success. And that brings us to today's topic, because every meaningful achievement, every lasting legacy, every remarkable success story is connected to one forgotten principle, which is what? Diligence. So we're going to define what diligence means, so that we're not, I don't know who's this person that keeps calling. 1 minute, sorry. Okay, sorry. Perhaps it's it's a guest in one of our properties, I guess. Sorry. I just want to let the person know I'm streaming. All right. Okay. Most people think diligence simply means working hard. Most people think diligence simply means working hard. It's more deeper than that. Hard work is hard work. They think that hard work is activity. No, diligence diligent is intentional activity directed towards a worthwhile objective. I take that again. Intentional activity directed towards a worthwhile objective. A person can work hard all day and still achieve very little. Diligence is not merely being busy. No, that's not the point. Being busy, no. It's being consistently productive in the right direction. It's being consistently productive in the right direction. So another diligence also means that most people think that. Sorry about that. Just a little bit distracted. So according to dictionary, or most other dictionaries, make sure that diligence is careful and persistent effort. Mark that word. Careful and persistent effort. Not just effort, but effort that is focused intentionally and sustained over time. Thank you very much, Awo. Focused over time. Thank you very much, Praise. So a simple definition is that it is this disciplined pursuit of a worthwhile goal and a consistent effort, careful attention, and unwavering commitment. Another definition could be that it is staying faithful to a process long enough for you to produce a result. If you don't hear anyone, hear this one. It's staying faithful to a process long enough for you to produce what? A result. So Thomas Edison was one quoted to have said, genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. In other words, success is rarely about talent alone. Calvin Coolidge famously said, persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. So that is to say that in everything you're doing it continuously, and that determination is very, very important. That's what it's saying. And I would like to make reference to the Bible. It says in Proverbs 22, verse 29, it says, do you see a man diligent in his works? Do you see a man diligent in his works? He will stand before kings and not ordinary men. I don't joke with this scripture. In everything you do in life, in my little life, I don't want this stream to be about me. If I start talking about my little life, it will look as if I'm trying to aggrandize myself. But if you look through life, I think it was today, I was just scrolling through my feeds, and I saw a video of Michael Jackson and Princess Diana and King, I don't know, Prince Charles or something like that. Yeah. So you ask yourself, what's the correlation between music and royalty? But that is how life is. The more you are good at whatever you're doing, the more you're opening up doors for you to meet people that you can't imagine. I think I saw a video of Davido, being called up to a private party for an Indian billionaire. That is just to show you what persistent and diligence will do for you. There's so many things like that in what people that have kept to their craft or whatever they're doing, and it opens up doors to people that they would never have, even with all their money, who might not be able to get those access. So what are we trying to say? Be diligent. Notice that this verse I just talked to you about, it says the gift will make you stand before kings. The connected will stand before kings. The lucky will stand before kings. It did not say, sorry. Notice that the verse did not say the gifted will stand before kings. It did not say the connected will stand before kings. It did not say the lucky will stand before kings. It says the diligent will stand before kings. Mark that one. In whatever you're diligent about. There's a lady that sends me, that I follow. I think she makes bags and clothes from recycled material. And I think I saw her in with a photo of a renowned Nigerian personality, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. And that lady has gone far and wide just by what? Making that outfit. And there's a guy I think I saw as well. He makes sculptures from metal. I saw him on Facebook, on Instagram. And I saw him dressed up in his Yoruba attire doing a presentation, I think somewhere in Germany or somewhere abroad, not in Nigeria. That talks about your gift will make that way for you if you are diligent in whatever you do. So diligence is the daily investment that transforms potential into achievement. Talent may open the door for you. Talent, like he opened the door for people like Balotelli, with all due respect to him. But diligence will keep you in that room. Some people are very talented, they're talented to make them, but their character and their diligence or whatever it is might shut the door off on them. So for our focus today is on diligence. All right. So 4 reasons why people don't want to be diligent. People don't whatever I'm saying. Some people will join the live and go off. They don't care, join live and go off. Why they're not interested in what you're saying, I don't know. But the reason why some people might not be interested in any diligent process is one, people overvalue the reward and undervalue the process. That's one of the things. People are more attracted to the destination, but not the journey. They want the wealth, but not the years of building it. They want the influence, but not the years of preparation. They want the harvest, but not the planting. The problem is that every reward has a process attached to it. Many people desire success. Few desire the requirements of success. So you ask yourself, where do you belong? Are you one of those? And you can make that change today. Another reason is why people have become addicted to immediate gratification. We've talked about it. We live in a world of instant everything. I talked about it earlier, messages and what have you. As a result, many people struggle with anything that requires patience and delayed gratification. People are happy to go to McDonald's, stand in front of the queue, go to KFC, wait in front of the queue, but they will not wait in front of a queue to get their voter's card or to go and vote. They won't do that. They won't wait in front of the queue to do something meaningful. Let's say iPhone is about to release a phone today. Some people will sleep on the queue just to be the first person to have the phone. Or let's say Adidas or so was releasing a new sneakers. Some people will do all it takes to be the first person to put that on. But they would not be interested in what would make them to become better. Diligence often demands effort today for rewards that may not appear in months or in years. Many abandon the process because the results are not immediate. People often overestimate what can be achieved in a day and underestimate what they can achieve in a decade. So ask yourself, where exactly do you belong? Are you one of those? You can change that today. Another thing is that people want comfort more than growth. Diligence requires confronting the inconvenience, waking up early, learning new skills, doing what is necessary rather than what is comfortable. Your comfort is what? Seductive. Many people unknowingly choose temporal comfort over long-term freedom. So you need to ask yourself those questions. The tragedy is that, thank you very much, Ben. The tragedy is that comfort will protect you today, often because the limitations we complain about tomorrow. I take that one again. The tragedy is that the comfort we protect today often becomes the limitations we complain about tomorrow. Growth lives outside the borders of comfort. So you need to push yourself so that you can get to that place. Don't let comfort bind you or hinder you from where you're going to. The last point on this, why people would rather do anything but not diligence, is what? People have lost the sight of legacy. The sight of legacy. When people think about, all they think about is today. I touched on it earlier, but I'll never stop getting tired of touching about it. Diligence feels unnecessary because all they want is today. But when people think about their children, their community, their family, their nation, the future generation, their perspectives change. It makes a huge difference to their life and the outcome. So great builders, 1 minute, sorry. Great builders endure difficult situations, difficult seasons, because they are building something bigger than themselves. I was watching an episode on Netflix. I wish I can find it. Let me look for it and tell you guys now quickly. See, these are the kind of stuff I watch. I don't entertain myself. I find things that inspire and challenge me and bring the best out of me. So I'm gonna get it, please. I just want to sorry, bear me a minute. I'll just share it so that you guys can look it up if you are, you might be asking me what it is. It was done by, the main character is David Oyelowo. It's called Lawman Bass Rivers. Lawman Bass Rivers. Check it up. I wish I can. I don't know if my PA can find. If you find it, you can put it on the chat. So, Lawman. That's Law. No, sorry, Lawman. LAWMEN. Then now says Bass Rivers. I don't know if you can see it here. You can see it. This one here. Can see it there. Lawman Bass Rivers. I don't know if you can see it as well. Lawman Bass Rivers. This one. This David Oyelowo is the main guy in that stuff. Let me see if I can find information about it. It's come up. Lawman Bass Rivers. Lawman Bass Rivers. It's amazing, just to show you guys. Highly recommend it for you guys to watch. I just watched only one episode yesterday. It was very intriguing, and see how people make decisions for beyond themselves. They're not just thinking about themselves, they're thinking about other people. So they forgo a lot of things just so that other people can have a life, a next generation. And in people in those shoes, people like Harriet Tubman, people like Martin Luther King, people like I can go on and on. Our foremost leaders in Africa and different parts of Africa, even in this country, United Kingdom, the efforts they put in for the next generation so that they have a better life than them. So great builders endure difficult seasons because they are building something bigger than themselves. You need to get to a point where you are building things bigger than you. If all you are thinking about is just you, yourself, your life is small. And sooner or later, life will have no meaning to you and no relevance and no significance and nothing. Sooner or later, having you nothing. So think only of the present, seek confidence. Those who think generational embrace responsibility. A person who sees only today seeks comfort. A person who sees tomorrow embraces diligence. So the greatest obstacle to diligence is not laziness. No. It is the belief that there is another way, a shortcut, a hack, an easy path. But history consistently teaches us one lesson. Every valuable thing has a price. And diligence is often the currency required to obtain it. So ask yourself, am I a diligent person? Am I committed to that pursuit? Am I giving it all my best? So these are some benefits of diligence, just some. Diligence turns potentials into reality. So the graveyard is full of unrealized potentials. See, guys, I cannot say it enough. I always say, when you come to, in the past 4 weeks, I talked a lot about China. I don't want to make this about, I don't want to keep making my life about China, but there's more in you to come out. That's what I'm trying to say. See, I don't know how to explain what is in my head, bring it out for people. There's more in you that needs to come out. The graveyard is filled with unrealized potentials. Talents alone achieves nothing. Ideas alone achieve nothing. Dreams alone achieve nothing. Diligence is the force that converts what could be into what it is. Diligence is the force that converts what could be into what is. So diligence will make a whole lot of difference. Many people have potentials, few develop it. So I want you to be one of those that will make the most out of it. Potential is a possibility. Diligence is what makes it a reality. Keeping to that thing you're doing. Keeping at it consistently on whatever it is that you need to do. Keeping at it till you get to where you want to get to. Another thing that diligence does, diligence creates opportunity that others call luck. Diligence, when people that say, oh, this person is using something, using African magic, using voodoo. Diligence creates opportunity that others call luck. People often look at successful individuals and say, oh, they are lucky. Some people like me now, people just easily wish me off and say, oh, his father is wealthy or is this. No. You can do that at your own choice. I've seen a lot of wealthy people that their children are nothing to write home about, So that's the same. People say, oh, they are lucky. Oh, because his father did this. Oh, because he's in the UK. Oh, because he's this. Oh, because he's Dangote. Oh, because the government supported him. Oh, that's the reason why. Oh, because he's from a part of the country. That's why. No. What they fail to see are years of preparation behind their opportunities. When you hear of Dangote's story, there's so many people that have the kind of uncle he have. They would have failed and become a nuisance. But he tells you how he started from selling cement. Today, now he's gone into fertilizer, cement, sugar, water. He's tried so many things. Do you know that some of the things he's done has failed? How many people can sustain from one government to another? Now he's going into production. He's been into it, but he's not talking about it. Or producing vehicles, 120 a day. His fuel, he's been used by Europe now. Before they were not talking about it. They're looking down on him. Now they're using his fuel. So don't wish people's effort away and say, oh, they're lucky. No. Diligent people are constantly learning, improving, building, and positioning themselves. Don't stay there and be calling them lucky people. When opportunity finally appears, they are ready. What others call luck is often preparation, meeting opportunity. Diligence puts you where favor can find you. That's it. Where favor can find you. You'll be somewhere, somebody will mention your name. They say, oh, we're looking for somebody. Oh, someone mentioned. Because you are diligent on that thing you're doing. Somebody can put your name forward. That's what it is. Put your name forward. Diligence builds trust. That's another thing. Credibility and influence. People don't trust words. They trust patterns. The diligent person knows. The diligent person becomes known for what? Reliability. Are you reliable? For consistency, for excellence, for what? They follow through to the end. They do that thing they say they'll do it and do it to the end. Over time, doors open. Doors begin to open. That's one of the benefits of what diligence. Doors begin to open. People now begin to recommend you. They begin to partner with you. People begin to promote you. People want to invest in you. Because diligence builds a reputation that speaks before you enter the room. So your diligence introduces you before you introduce yourself. So ask yourself, what do you want in life? Another thing is that, and I'll say it, and I will never be tired of saying, diligence creates lasting, great legacies and generational impact. That's one benefit of it. And I'll touch on it and I'll touch on it again. Many people live for the moment. Diligent people build for the future. I say this because, especially those of us in the diaspora, majority of us, or quite a lot of us, are all survivor minded. All we think about is how to survive, how to live, no. We need to get to a point where we think of the future. Diligence is how today's effort becomes today's inheritance. So bear those thoughts in mind. All right? Okay. So we're going to learn from a bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree, which you can find in your village, is not just a Chinese one, spends up to 5 years developing its roots. Not 1 year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 years developing his roots. It will be developing his root system beneath the ground before showing significant visible growth above the surface. 5 good years. To many people, it appears as though nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, a strong foundation is being established. Then, in a relative short period, it grows dramatically. What we learn from it is never mistake invincible progress for no progress. We're going to learn from a tortoise. The tortoise teaches us that success is not always about who starts fastest, but who remains consistent. That's what a tortoise. So this slow progress is still progress. Consistency often defeats what? Intensity. So let us learn that. The tortoise won't win because it was fast, but because it never stopped moving. That's why they win. So don't underestimate the power of steady progress. No, don't do that. We're going to also learn from Joseph. Joseph was diligent as a son, as a servant, as a prisoner, as eventually a ruler. That's Joseph in the Bible. Before the palace, it came the pit, the slavery, and the prison. So Joseph's promotion did not begin in the palace. It began in hidden places where nobody was watching him. So being diligent where you are before expecting elevation to where you want to be. That is a lesson for us to learn. The next lesson we're going to learn is from the Igbo apprenticeship system. In Nigeria, there's a tribe called Igbo. They are from the southeastern part. They have an apprenticeship system that you can learn from. A child or a young person and a teenager would serve a master for 7 years. Some of them 7, depending on what they agreed on. Learning, serving, observing, building trust, acquiring skills from the master, anticipating a settlement day. That is a priceless thing. How many of us in our young days, young people, would do such thing? There's no obsession without instant success. This is a process. The apprentice understands that mastery comes before ownership. The mentor understands that wealth grows through multiplication and empowerment. The Igbo apprenticeship system teaches that sustainable success is built through learning, patience, service, and consistent effort. So those who embrace process are often entrusted with what? Prosperity. This is to say, you want to do something, you don't have a mentor, you're going to crash. You might end up getting there, but you make a lot of mistakes and they might cost you a lot of money. So this I'm saying to you. You want to go into a business and you have not learned to trade. You see that, oh, don't worry, somebody's telling you, pay me a little money and I'll just show you some rope. You think that, oh, no, why is he asking me for money? Go now. I think people will say that if you don't pay for the price of knowledge, you pay for the price of ignorance. So, but you lose that money. Yes, don't get me wrong. Some people want to pay, but they can't afford it. You understand? But you can also pay with your time. You can pay with, just like the way the apprentice will pay with their time, 7 years, to learn. And not just that, the master will settle them with cash, settle them with products, settle them with connection. People have gone to know them. They've built a lot of reputation. That is what has helped the Igbo tribe thrive over others, with all due respect to them. Has given us that edge because of the diligence and the patience of people to sit and want to learn from a master, which is lacking today in our generation. People don't want to learn. I remember I saw a lady, with all due respect to her, when I traveled to China, and my wife deals on 100% human wigs, the things you love or the hair you love. And the lady, I said to her, what do you trade on? And she said, a young lady from Birmingham or wherever she came from. She deals on wigs. And I said, okay, have you done it before? She said, no. Do you know what to do? No. I think you want to speak to my wife. That's what I said to her. She said, okay, just talked a little bit. And the lady never came and she just found her way. And she came for China for like 5 days or what have you. That's the kind of generation that is going on. A generation that feel that they know it all. They feel that, why should I go and learn from this person? They feel the arrogant generation. The arrogant generation. The I know it, everything. That is a generation that will keep not making progress in whatever they do. So you need to be humble so you can achieve a lot of things in life. Humility will take you far, where arrogance will cut off and burn bridges for you. So what must you do today? I hope you're learning a lot from what the thing I'm sharing. Thank you very much for those that are sharing. Knowledge without action is entertainment. If diligence is a key, then what must you do today? One thing I want you to do is pick one goal and write it down. What is that thing? Write it down. Pick one goal, write it down. Okay? Many people are busy but not focused. So write that thing down. What is that one thing that would most improve your life if you consistently worked on it for the next 12 months? What's that one thing? You know yourself. I have my health goals. I have things, goals that I want to achieve health-wise. I have goals I want to achieve my family. I have goals I want to achieve before I turn 50. I have goals I want to achieve before the end of the year. What is that thing? You need to pick it and start acting upon it. The next thing I want you to do is what? Take one small action today, not tomorrow. Today. Do not wait for motivation. Do not wait for perfect plan. Do not wait for next Monday. Make one phone call, send one email, register that business, start the course today. Read that chapter. Small actions repeatedly create extraordinary outcomes. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do that thing today. That if you listen to this live stream and you don't hear me tell you about what you must do today, then I know that you did not listen very well. Maybe you need to watch it all over again. So remove one distraction. Next thing I'll tell you. What is one distraction? I don't entertain myself. I always say it. I don't entertain myself. You cannot find me come with all due respect to what I'm going to call watch things like Star Wars or watch some things that just make me be jesting too much. No. You always see that everything I watch, I'm trying to juice out what am I learning from this thing. That's what I do. Be it YouTube video, be it watch on Netflix, be it that I take myself to I go to a place like last few days I was in Minehead is in Butlins. I'm just asking myself questions. How did these guys arrive here? This company has been here for 90 years. How did they get here? That's how I think. I'll start calculating the number of people in the room, trying to get an idea of how many people were in one room, to think of how much these guys could be making. That's how I live. So remove one distraction from you that can help you stay focused. Diligence is not only about what you start, it's about what you stop. Identify one habit, one activity, whatever it is. Start saying no to that thing. It could be that you spend a lot of time on your phone. Me, you don't see me scrolling through Instagram. At most, I will go there, type for somebody I'm looking for. I find the person, I watch a video or two, that's it. Where you might find me scroll quite a lot to see what's happening is on Twitter, because I would like to know what is the latest news, what's happening, just to check what people's views are on that stuff, and I scroll up. Maybe you might see me on Facebook trying to scroll, and I notice that when I scroll, the algorithm will recommend similar stuff to what you watched, but I'm very cautious not to dwell on it. So we need to be very careful. The next thing I want you to do is that commit to 30 days of consistency. 30 days of consistency. 30 days of consistency. Don't focus on 1 year. It might be too much. Don't focus on 5 years. Focus on the next 30 days. Show up daily. What's that thing? Show up daily. Even when you don't feel like it. When nobody is watching you. When the results are invisible. Because consistencies compound. Show up every day for 30 days. It will make a whole lot of difference in whatever it is. I hope that we're learning a thing or two. I have a lot to cover, but I'm going to jump and see the best I can do. So as we wrap up this, before I begin to take your comments, I can see them coming, or anybody that wants to make a comment or two. I want to let you know, or if I'm not saying anything, you don't hear anything, hear this one. Every level has a price tag. Every level. No matter what you are, the next level you want to go to has a price tag. If you're unwilling to pay the price for preparation, you'll never enjoy the rewards of elevation. So bear that in mind. The future belongs to those who prepare for it before it arrives. So I'm here now telling you about things that I want to do before I turn 50. I think, how old am I? I should be 44 in a few days' time. Before I turn 50, there are things I want to achieve before I turn 50. I pray to God for that. And a lot of those things are not for myself. Hardly will you hear me talk about, I want to buy a Lamborghini for myself. If I tell you the things that I want to achieve before I turn 50, that's a conversation. If you see me or you can send me a DM, we can talk about it. The future belongs to those who prepare for it before it arrives. Opportunity rarely announces itself. It usually appears disguised as what? Responsibility. So bear that in mind. Excuses build nothing. I never entertain. I always tell my team, you can efforts does not pay bills. Results is what pays it. Efforts would not put food on your table. Results is what to put it. So I tell them, don't just be okay with telling me, oh, I tried. That will not pay the bill. It will not put diesel in the generator. It will not pay the staff salary. It's not going to help you pay for Facebook ads or whatever it is you need to pay for. Efforts don't matter. Results matter. So excuses build nothing. The same energy you use to justify inaction can be used to create transformation. So bear that in mind. The last thing I want to say as to wrap this section up, your children will inherit the consequences of your choices. Your children, they will inherit the consequences of your choices. What you build or fail to build today will echo into generations you may never meet. So ask yourself that question. I must have talked to you guys about an article or a section of a book called Breaking the Jewish Code. How a man that was a godly man, a Christian, and how his generations, the impact of his generations, they became governors, presidents, vice presidents, head of judges, and everything. Versus someone that was a drug lord or a thief or whatever. His generations ended up becoming thieves, prostitutes, gangbangers, what have you. Your actions or your inactions can determine the impact of generations yet unborn. And that's one of the things I advocate for. Be intentional about your actions. I hope I've learned a thing or two with everything that's been shared. So I'm going to try and take any comments. If anybody has anything to say, please let me know as I do that quickly. And what's it called? And read the comments quickly and wrap up. I think we have about 17 odd minutes. So let us end this live stream. Okay. Have anything to say? Jump on and say it. Please don't be shy, all right? It does anybody no good. If I was shy, I won't be doing this stream, all right? Sorry, guys. I posted a link if you want to join on Facebook, not on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram, on LinkedIn, or wherever it is. Use that link to join. Just have like 2 minutes for anybody to join. Otherwise, just go straight into it. Okay. He's saying thank you to all of you. Follow this live stream. Drop your biggest takeaways like you're already doing. Take action. So yeah, let me try and read some of the comments that have come through, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's wrap this up. All right. Okay, we have Rocky Paul Patrol says hi. Thank you very much, dear. Hi to you. Valdivas Twin says I subbed. I don't understand. Oh, I subscribed and liked. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. Very much appreciated. Thank you, X Edorado 126. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, Stephen L. Delaney. God bless you. He says thank you very much. Thank you, Adobe. Go on. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ken J. Ogli. How are you, sir? I'm doing great. Thank you, Yvonne Gianci Quartema. Oh, thank you very much for the emoji. Thank you, Kathleen D. Kirsten. Best of luck. Thank you very much. Thank you, Harriet Nkrumah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stephen Delaney. Thank you again, Stephen Delaney. Thank you, Matthew D. Rhodes. How are you, sir? I'm doing great. Thank you, Adelchi Calabresi. Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Pat Gold Engineering. Right on, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you, Abraham Ofori. Thank you. I can see that. Thank you, Matthew, once again. David Amor says, I know what I should do, but I feel lazy when it comes to starting the work. How do I overcome the initial inertia I don't know how to pronounce that word. Inertia. I don't know if I pronounce it right. Okay. So David is asking a question. He says, I know what I should do, but I feel lazy when it comes to starting the work. How do I overcome the initial, how do you overcome that initial delay? I would say is that make yourself accountable. Make yourself accountable. Subject yourself to authority. Tell somebody to mentor you, or tell somebody to make yourself accountable to someone. That will make a whole lot of difference. Somebody can now begin to push you and begin to help you to bring some of those things that you want to do. The person can help you break down those things into bite size that you cannot begin to take them step by step. Sometimes because you're looking at the whole big picture, you lose the sight on how to break it down into little chunks and to start on it. So my encouragement would be make yourself accountable to someone so that you can be able to take little steps. Next thing is to read about that thing. Sometimes the reason why you are lazy about it because you have not yet seen okay, maybe another thing could just inspire yourself. What is it that you want to do? You want to own a salon? Maybe walk into one that is very successful. You want to own a business? Walk into that business that is already living the dreams you want to achieve. You want to buy a vehicle or something like that. I say to people, walk into a car showroom and go and inspire yourself. I have things that I want to do. Before I turn 50 or before I turn 8, I've gone to places like that already, so that those things start becoming reality. Then gradually that laziness begins to go off. That surge and that passion to do those things now begin to come into me. That energy, even if I want to be downcast, I begin to if I remember if those mental pictures flash back. Matter of fact, I take pictures of those things, and my wife has a device in our room that begins to it's Google Cast that shows pictures of those things, and it's reminding me of those things, and it keeps me in check. Another thing to do is to create a vision board. I have mine, it's just by my bedside. It's the last thing I see before I go to the bed, the first thing I see when I wake up. It reminds me consistently of things I ought to achieve. There's a friend, and have friends, people that hold you accountable, like I mentioned. I have a friend of mine, a Polish guy, Darius. He always sends me a message. If he was on this live stream, he would have done it. You say, oh, I'm still waiting for the private jet. I said to him, you're going to get there. I know a time will come. I said to him, a time will come when I'll come to your house in Warsaw or in wherever to come and have breakfast. And two of us will fly to Casablanca to do something else. And it is a dream. And dreams do become reality. But you need to be diligent to work towards it to get there. I hope that is very helpful. All right. Okay, let's just check up what other people say. If you have further questions, David and more, please send me a DM. Okay, we can take it up from there. Abraham Alfori says, these days, everyone around wants to be successful quickly. How do I keep myself from this shortcut mentality? Then you need to, the question, my response would be, you need to break yourself out of that kind of circle. You're in the wrong crowd. You need to be around people that are either doing better off than you are, or people that are hungry for the next levels in their life. If everybody around you wants to become quick successful, you're around the wrong crowd. And if they say, it is said that if you stay with 4 fools, you become the 5th one. If you stay with 4 billionaires, you might likely become the 5th one. If you stay with four people that are always thinking about get rich quick, you might become the 5th person. So Bible says, do not be deceived. Evil character corrupts good manners. So ensure that you're surrounded by people that have the kind of results that you desire. I hope that is helpful, Abraham. If not, send me a DM and we can take it further. Thank you, Uba Ifani 001. Awo Ayisi says, when there is a big goal ahead, fear comes into play. How do I start to make the task easier? When there's a big goal ahead, fear comes into play. How do I start to make the task easier? Like I said before, if you don't have a mentor, if you don't have someone that holds accountable, that can help you break those tasks into small bite sizes, the fear will continue to creep. The reason why a lot of people are afraid about something is because they don't know how to break the thing down to narrow steps. I remember when I was trying to renovate one of the properties that we used for short lets in Nigeria and Abuja. when I put down the cost of it, it's a lot. Ran to millions and millions of tens and up to about 40 or 50 million. I can't remember how much it is now. But I said to myself, because I've come to understanding that you need to, my people say that a soup that is hot, you lick it little by little. You understand? So what I did was I split the project into two. I started little by little. When I had a little money, I sent it over for the guy to do. And I started the project with, out of 4 rooms, I started with 2 rooms. And today now we have 4 rooms. So that is how it is. Look for people that can help you in your life to reduce that task, whatever it is, goal you want to do, into daily tasks that you can start doing. And as you're doing them on a daily basis and it comes from weeks, from days to weeks and weeks to months, it begins to make sense. And weeks and months to years, it makes sense. But if you're looking at the big picture and thinking, how do I get it? And not focusing on what do I start to do today to get there? It will look overwhelming and fear will continue to creep on you. I hope that's helpful. I will. If not, send me a DM. All right. Okay. I have Claudia Zahra says, I'm very disciplined for a week, but then I'm just as lazy as before. How do I achieve long-term consistency? That's a very good question. I'm very disciplined as before. I'm just as lazy as before. How do I achieve long-term consistency? It is in line with some of the things I've said, Claudia. It is surrounding yourself with people that keep you motivated. It is getting a mentor that holds you accountable. It is reading books like some of the ones that I mentioned here. If like this one says, The Slight Edge by Jeff Oslo. It's reading books that encourage you on the importance of daily action. It is watching things that inspire you. Like on Netflix, there is a movie called Madam C.J. Walker. If you watch a movie, a series like that, on how she became the first African American billionaire or millionaire in history, those kind of people inspire you. So you need to look for things that keep you consistently inspired. I say that and I say it again. I think one of the programs one of the topics I did was the creativity of the frequency of creativity. In other words, what does it take to stay inspired? You need to challenge yourself and look for things that consistently remind you of your goal. Some of you could be your children. Some of you could be what you watch. Some of you could be different things. But what I'm saying is that I said a lot, but find things that keep you consistently reminded of where you're going to. And also things that will help you. Those that are already living that dream. Those that are already living that dream, they'll consistently help you to stay motivated. I hope that's helpful, Claudia. Next one is Nimoel Ricardo. Nimoel Ricardo says, how can I be patient when I don't see any results or results even after working hard? Very good question. You guys are sending very good questions these days, man. Very, very helpful. And I hope that everyone else watching is learning something. How can I be patient when I don't see any results or results even after working hard? Virtually everything I said to Claudia, Nimoel Ricardo, is the same thing I'll say to you. It's difficult sometimes. If you don't have a mentor, you'll stay demotivated. That's why you see that every star athlete or every athlete that wants to matter in life always has a coach. So get yourself a mentor. Whether your church, your neighborhood, it could be your parents, get yourself a mentor. You will never lose. Then audit the friends you have around you. Scrutinize them. If they are not adding value to you, if they are not challenging you, I always say this to people. If the people around you in 6 months in your life, none of them have ever told you anything that will amount to making you a better person, you need to put that person in the category of acquaintance. They don't matter to you. They don't have any value to you. Anybody around you that is close to you must be intentionally, you will see that they want you to progress. They want the best out of you. All right? So check that you have those kind of people in your life. You'll make a whole lot of difference. Next thing I mentioned is, do you read books? Name well, do you read books? If you don't, read. Read them. At least 10 pages a day. It will keep you consistently motivated. What are the kind of movies you watch? What are the kind of contents you consume? Do you listen to podcasts every day? Intentionally, I do every day, intentionally. A podcast, a program, a documentary, something that will challenge you. Go to places. Don't find the time to stop work, make a trip, go somewhere, go and see things that will challenge your mind. If you don't ask questions in life, you are deteriorating. Those that ask questions will keep progressing in life. So I hope that this is helpful, Nemo. If not, send me a DM again, like I said to others. Thank you, Ilonana. Very much appreciated. You are right. Thank you very much. Trehemba Vembe, thank you very much. Greetings, happy Sunday. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's that, guys. For those on TikTok, I'm really sorry. There's quite a lot of things to say. Let me see if I can find any comments. I also see a lot of likes on TikTok. It comes a lot, man. So I'm kind of fast sped. Sorry, guys. I'm not able to take some questions on TikTok. But if please, guys, if you're on TikTok and you want to ask a question, please try and see if you can repost it a couple of times. So if I scroll like this, I can be able to find it. Thank you, Praise Ikobike. Thank you, Jacuzzi Obi. Thank you, Destiny Etimo. Thank you, Akuswa, The Pounds, Fiz Sizu, Caleb 001. Thank you, Faisea 46 and all that people. Thank you. Your VA247. Thank you, Charla. Thank you, Susway. Thank you, Desiree, and to as many of you that have keep joining. Thank you very much. I hope that will let it to. We're going to bring this to a close. Thank you very much. This is me saying to you guys, we'll be discussing about the topic diligence today. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please, if you missed out on this, go to YouTube, search for my name, Onyekwelu ILOGE, click on the section that says live, and you should be able to find the topic, the video called Diligence. You can watch it all over again, okay? You can watch it, pause it, and share it, all right? So this is saying thank you very much for always joining. 7 p.m. UK time everywhere. Very much appreciated. Thank you to all my team. Thank you to my PA, Venus. Thank you to my social media manager, Dami. Thank you to my media crew, Gwebike. Thank you to my family, my amazing wife. Always a blessing. Thank you to my children. Their support cannot be equated to anything. That cannot be measured. I so much appreciate them. Thank you to my mentors, to all my colleagues, both in church and in the work industry. They send a big thank you. Thank you to all of you that always join, to all your likes, to all those giving questions, to my partners, everyone, a big thank you to all of you. To Mohammed, all of you, a big thank you. I very much appreciate all of you, right? Okay, so follow this page for more. Like, share this so that more people can learn from it, please. Drop your biggest takeaway so we can be a part of it. Let us know what it is. Next Sunday, we'll be talking about dedication. Next Sunday, talk about dedication, all right? So that's what we're talking about next Sunday. Okay, please remember that whatever you need to do, take action. In everything that we discussed today, take an action today. It will help you, okay? If you want to have a conversation with me for 10 minutes, send me a DM. Remember that my free book and my paid book, they're all out there, I told you. So this live stream is sponsored by The Things You Love. The Things You Love, they deal on different items. It could be sneakers, it could be wigs, it could be household items, it could be clothing. You want to check them. So type hashtag The Things You Love, and you can find their page on Instagram or TikTok or wherever it is. Or you can send a DM and we can send you a link about it. They're working on their page and soon it comes out soon. So we're also sponsored by D610 Homes. We do property investment in the UK, service accommodations in the UK, property development in Nigeria, service accommodation, shortlets in Nigeria. If you have cash and you don't know what to do with it, you're confused, you don't have an idea of what to do left, right, send us a DM and we can be able to work something out, all right? So yes, also this is sponsored by Love Family Podcast. We have podcasts on our channel, on the channel. Check them out, and it'll do you good. If you want us to do a collaboration, send me a message at book. Just send me a DM. All right. I don't know what the email on top of my head is, but we get emails on there for different collaborations. Please, only serious collaborations, please. All right? Serious collaborations. Try and go through our page and watch our videos so that you don't recommend collaborations with things that we don't align with. All right? Please, okay? That will be much appreciated. So yeah, as we recap this, remember that success is not built in a moment. It is built in processes. So bear that in mind. Invincible progress is still progress. It might look to you like you're not achieving anything. It is still progress. Like the bamboo, your roots may be growing long before your results begin to show. The next thing to do is greatness belongs to those who stay on course. Consistency over time will often outperform talent, speed, and enthusiasm. The last thing I want to say before I leave is every legacy begins with actions today. The future you desire is being built or neglected by the choices you make today. So make that choice. Remember, I do this every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time, so that I can stir up that dissatisfaction in you. So you are not comfortable with the norm. So if you have been listening for the last 1 hour, you'd have been challenged to do something. I want to believe so. Remember that the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes 10 verse 7, I've seen servants on horses, while princes walk on the ground like servants. So whatever you do, don't settle for where you're not supposed to be. Aspire for greater heights. Remember that the wise always invest. Invest in whatever will make you be diligent in your progress. This is me saying to you, Udo, peace, and I'm out. Thank you. See you next Sunday, same time. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.